Thank you.
Lucas, Thomae, go ahead.
For my project, I decided to do a story about my friend Lucas Thomae and talk about his passion for sports journalism and the bright future he has ahead of him. I admire Lucas for his hard work and passion for journalism. Here is his story.
My name is Lucas Thomae. I'm a senior writer at the Daily Tar Heel, and I'm a sophomore at UNC.
How did you get into sports?
My biggest relationship with sports has definitely been as a fan. I think that was instilled in me from my dad, who is a UNC graduate. My first love really was Carolina basketball, and I just remember ever since I was really little, I was essentially raised up to be a Tar Heel sports fan, and I think that's really where my love for sports came from.
What fuels your passion for sports writing?
One thing that I've always loved about sports writing in particular is just how creative you can take angles as opposed to some other topics. Because what I really find interesting and what I love about sports writing in particular is that sports can tell you about, really the human condition. There are tragedies, there are triumphs. It's just a beautiful and interesting story to tell every time. Whether it's about a team overcoming the odds to win a championship, or someone breaking barriers. Those are the things I love about sports writing, and those are the stories that I really love to capture in my writing.
What is one of the biggest setbacks you faced in your journey to becoming a sports writer?
One of the biggest things that set me back coming into the Hussman School here at UNC was that I felt like a lot of my peers around me had already come in with a lot of journalistic experience, whether that be through high school or prior internships or what have you. And I legitimately, started my college career with absolutely no experience. And I remember really having to work when I first got to the Daily Tar Heel to, learn, how to do my job basically, and gain that knowledge that a lot of other people around me had already had experience with.
So what is your end goal with sports journalism?
I think in the end, I just want to continue to tell stories that I love and other people love, and stories that are important. I'm really passionate about giving people a voice and bringing light to stories that otherwise wouldn't have been told. So I just want to continue to tell stories that I love, and stories that are important, and stories that really mean something to a community, in whatever format that may be. Right now I write, but in the future that could be any form of multimedia. That could be video, that could be broadcast, that could be social media, who knows. At the end of the day, what I love is telling stories, and that's what I want to continue to do.